Most people spend their lives asking, what do I need more of? More success, more money, more recognition, more certainty. But some of the greatest suffering in your life might not come from what you're missing. It may come from what you're still holding on to. The comparison, the validation, the need for things to work out exactly as planned. As a therapist, I've noticed that many people aren't trapped by their circumstances. They're trapped by their attachments. And until we learn to hold on and when to let go, freedom will remain out of reach. The first major attachment is comparison. You may or may not have heard how comparison steals contentment, is the thief of joy. Always looking to the external of what we think might bring us happiness, might bring us fulfillment, because we see others and their highlights. They seem like they have it all together. Then we reflect on our own life, our own position, and immediately a sense of lack washes over us. However, I doubt we are also taking into consideration the behind the scenes of what they've done to get where they are and how everything isn't as good as it seems on the surface. So there could be hidden stressors, struggles, challenges, debt that people don't show to the public, that we don't see, and we just fill in those gaps, make those assumptions of everything for them must be perfect. So why can't we have that as well? Comparison creates a game that can't be won. There will always be someone ahead. There will always be someone behind. The comparison will never end. If we're able to look to others and view their achievements as inspiration of, if they can do it, I have a chance too. That can be a healthy approach to seeking external guidance or external values. If we're able to detach from measuring our worth against others and can compare ourselves primarily against who we were yesterday, that's often the only fair comparison to ourselves that is possible. Regarding the second attachment is outcomes. Many people attach themselves to results that they cannot fully control. Getting a job, getting the relationship, getting the views, getting the recognition. The effort is yours. The outcome often isn't. We can control preparation, consistency, discipline, action, but we can't control timing, luck, other people, market conditions, algorithms. Therefore, if we can focus on the process and let the outcome be a byproduct, we'll be able to much better navigate what means the most to us. If we only do it for the results, we're likely doing it for the wrong reasons. If we don't enjoy the process, if we don't love the game, we're always going to feel like it's not enough. We're going to be disappointed We're going to have heightened expectations. And when those expectations are unable to be reached or met, we think, what a waste of time, what a waste of effort, instead of recognizing the growth, the challenge, the overcoming, and the character that we build when no one is watching. Regarding attachment 3, validation. When validation becomes a requirement, freedom disappears. Your mood becomes dependent on likes, comments, praise, approval, recognition. You begin living for an audience rather than your own values. If you live for their acceptance, you will die from their rejection. External validation is not inherently bad. The problem occurs when it becomes necessary. An important question to ask is, would I still do it if no one clapped? If no one knew? If only I would ever know what I did. Would it still be something I would pursue? That internal validation, that resilience that can only be built through recognizing in the end we're doing it for ourselves. Not here to prove anything, just here to improve. That can take you as far as you will allow it to. Regarding attachment 4, the former version of yourself. People become attached to old identities, careers, relationships, routines. Sometimes what creates suffering isn't that life changed, it's that we keep demanding it to stay the same. The only constant is change. And the better we are able to accept that and move with it, the more we can continue to grow without hindering who we can become. Being attached to different aspects of who we want to remain, that boils down to what is worth holding on to. More so ideals and values over trying to keep something in a permanent state. Our body will change, our careers might change, who we become or who we pictured in our mind 10 years from right now might change. So these expectations of how things should be, how we should be, can often lead to disappointment of what we actually grow into. It's okay to grieve what was, but then we must make room for what is. Attachment 5, resentment. Many people carry old pain, betrayals, arguments, injustices. Sometimes the person who hurt you moved on years ago, yet you're still carrying them. Forgiveness isn't always saying what happened was okay. Sometimes it's choosing not to carry the weight any longer. Many people spend their lives asking, what should I add? Fewer ask, what should I release? Growth isn't accumulation, sometimes. And sometimes growth requires surrender. You have reached the end of this video. If something resonated with you, consider leaving a comment below and sharing what felt most impactful. To support the channel, you can like, subscribe, and/or share this video with someone who you feel might also benefit. Additional ways to support the channel can be found in the links in the description below. You will also find a link to my website, cravingfreedom.com, where you can access my ebooks. On the website, you can also find descriptions of what to expect from the ebooks. And if you feel ready to commit to your path towards freedom and are seeking in-depth guidance and support, consider applying for one-on-one coaching. Answers to frequently asked questions can also be found on the website. Thank you for your time.